Welcome back to Parents Perspective with Mike and Amy. You know what? Amy and I have a blast so often that we just figured one great topic that we could lead in with today, dealing with unpredictability, is just laughing sometimes. If you've never heard Amy laugh, you gotta, okay? Because every time she does, it gets me going because I'm telling you, there's something about laughing that just makes life so much better when we're having fun. And as crazy as things seem to be going right now, chuckling every once in a while is a great thing. And so, Amy, you talked about a story. I got to hear that. Like, I haven't heard it. By the way, as part of unpredictability, she's going to tell me the story before I ever heard it so she can see how I react too. So, Amy, take it away. I want to hear this story.
All right. So yeah, we've been talking about unpredictable things and how that causes stress and maybe how we don't manage time well or how we can help support our kids through things. So I do have this great story and I want to frame it into one of my bullet points that we were talking about, kind of almost dealing with it as a trauma, how you would treat somebody through trauma. And that bullet point that I want to go over is staying regulated. And what I mean by that is there's got to be a resiliency zone sometimes, that you've got to have a place to go that's peaceful, that you can just get your thoughts together, whether that's go on a walk or go to the park or, you know, like you're talking about, sometimes just having a good time to put some self-care into place, and then also just a time to be together to have fun and laugh. So I do have this story. When we were talking about unpredictability, we had a seriously unpredictable moment at my house about a week ago. And of course, it's on a Sunday night before, you know, you're getting ready your things for the week, for the school day. And, you know, it was a busy time anyway. We just finished up dinner and my son comes running up the basement stairs because I had told him, hey, you know, go down, get your shower, get all, you know, scrubbed up. It's Sunday night. And he came back upstairs and he's usually a jokester. So I kind of disregarded his statement of, Mom, the basement's flooding. And I went, yeah, right, Sam. Okay, enough with the jokes, right? And so, no, really it is. So my hubby and I kind of now are alarmed and we start going downstairs. And sure enough, there is water coming in our basement. So, you know, unfortunately, you know, when things get stressful and crazy, we've got a lot of stuff in the basement and a lot of it's on the floor. We've been meaning to put it away. So then we start arguing, right? You start the blame game. And so I'm going, well, if you wouldn't put all this stuff down here in the basement and I asked you to bring it up. So my hubby and I are going back and forth and, you know, blaming each other. And so I tell my son, I said, I need you to go out to the garage and get the shop vac now. You know, you're in an urgent crisis and I'm moving furniture out of the way so it doesn't get wet and it just, things are falling everywhere. You've been there. I'm sure everybody can relate to this. It's in some way where just chaos, right? Emergent, urgent crisis chaos. So my son comes in, and this is after a day of, by the way, half doing everything I asked him to do, which is very frustrating to me. Just take a job and finish it, right? And he has attention problems, and lots of times I give him the weekend off of his medicine. That's not always a good idea. So anyway, I was kind of at my last straw with him half doing something. He brings me down the steps the shop vac with no top on it. The whole vacuum plug-in part is not there. And I said, what good does this do me? And I was losing it. You know, you see red. And I said, that is it, mister. I'm going to take you down. I start chasing him up the stairs, right? And we're like running after each other. And my husband is like trying to say, all right, you two, break it up. And so I grab a hold of his shirt. Now this is not me. I grab a hold of his shirt like this and I go, that's it. I'm taking you down. And his mouth, a little curl of a smile starts coming up. And I realize it just put me back into myself. I realize how I must look at this moment, yelling at him, going crazy. I've never physically taken the hold of him. And we just both started laughing our heads off, doubling over in the midst of water. half a shot back, and my husband and I arguing over blaming each other why the sewer backed up. Him telling me, you cleaned out the fridge today. You must have blocked it up. You didn't use the garbage disposal right. You put too much down it. And I said, yeah, okay, Mr. Flush the baby wipe. And we went on and on, but we ended up all laughing in the end. We had a good time out of a serious crisis. Sometimes we need laughter as a moment of stress relief. So I believe in laughing.
Did you go swimming later? I was just curious.
No, not in that water. We won't get into that. Life is crazy sometimes, though, you know, and sometimes there's nothing.
Speaking of crazy, we keep having this crazy problem with the program freezing, so that's all right. So, you know, Amy brings up a good point. Laughter is a big part of all this. It's fun sometimes just watch your favorite comedy show. Just do something silly. Play some games. I know for my family, it'll be like random board games where we do like apples to apples, and we will just sit and laugh at each other, because in the midst of everything going down in society right now, with a lot of groups that are just out there trying to scare everybody, or with topics like COVID which do instill for a lot of people some nervousness as well. It is, Amy, you bring up a great point. Just laugh. There's got to be at least one movie or one thing that you guys can do on a regular basis just to sit and enjoy each other's time. Children need that as well too. Laughter is good medicine. Laughter is a great way just to deal with a lot of depression and other things that are going on. So find something silly, do something. I will randomly just come in with weird costumes and just make weird stares at the kids just to get them laughing as well too. And it gets me laughing, and my wife will look at me like I'm nuts. And that's all right, because I'm having a good time and I'm feeling better. And so if you guys have some great fun stories you want to share, feel free to post them on our site. If you go to our Facebook page, you can add them in the comments. If you want to share any other information, any other tips, tools, just go to speak@stclaircounty.org. We'd love to hear from you, but that's about all the time we've got today. Thank you for tuning in. This program is sponsored in part by Region 10 and is supported by businesses and other organizations in the St. Clair County area. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.